Live. Let's do it again. Welcome to Rick's Life as I See It, a 1-hour talk show about guns, politics, anything that crosses my mind. Also answers questions from you, the listener, viewer. You can put questions in the chat, or you can send me email, rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com. And I'm going to get straight on and introduce my panel so far. Got Night Strike.
What up?
And then I got Tony.
Hey, people, what's going on?
All right. So, I'll check into that, G-Webs. Is anybody else having trouble getting on here, seeing me, hearing me?
Oh, you sound good.
Okay.
I'm in here with you, but...
Yeah, G-Webs says maybe the link I sent him was, I don't know. I'm sorry, but everybody else doing okay?
You might want to send him the short link.
What's the short link?
Okay, at the top where you got that little panel right there at the top of the Google Hangout page.
Yeah.
There's one with a person with a plus sign next to it.
There is?
Yes, it's on the left-hand side of muting your microphone. It's that way left one.
Invite people.
Yeah, click that, and then it should have a short link right there on the top.
Oh, it says permanent whatever?
Yeah, you send that link.
Okay.
Always send that link, because sometimes if you send a long link, people won't be able to jump in.
Oh, okay. Let me try this one.
I think he was actually talking about it not being live yet.
Oh, okay.
And he said that before you went live with it, so...
Oh, my pre-practice run?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway. Michael said was it Michael? Was it Michael? No, Richard said he received his patch today that he won last week. I did put it in the mail. And, we got enough. I'm trying to see how many people we got before I reveal the winner of last week's deck of cards.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, where's my program? Well, actually, believe it or not, your chances are good because I only had 5 entries and all 5 were right. So, you guys are missing out. The question wasn't that hard. So, the question was, how many phases are there to complete a cycle of operations? The rearward movement is unlocking, extraction, ejection, and cocking. Forward movement is feeding, chambering, locking, and firing. That was it. And I said I got 5, and they were correct. So, let me get rid of that. And bring my program out. I put all the 5 emails in it. And I hit this, which is draw now. And my winner. Now, he didn't put a name on his email, so I don't know who this is. So, unless if he's in the room today, we're good. If he's not, I don't know what we're going to do. He put in his name is done with numbers. 620-228-3110 at mypicksmessages.com. So whoever you are, you won the deck of cards. He's going to send me your mailing address, and I'll mail them to you.
Hey, man, that was me.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't Tony.
So whoever you are, if you're out there, let me know. So, but anyway, if that is, hey, Clover. I got your package today. Thank you. Go over to gun channels and jump in if you want.
Michael, if that's you, you're going to have to send another text with the same header and tell us your name on the text, because I fucked it up now.
On what?
From claiming it was me and giving others ideas to do the same.
Oh.
If it really was you, go ahead and send him an email saying, it's me.
Yeah,
Here I am.
Because the email will be with the same address, won't it?
It will.
So guys, so you need to do that. If you're in here, I will announce it again at the what you call it. Is that you, Michael? I don't think so. Is it really? Whoever. But anyway, that's the winner. Anyway, let's go. All right, great show last week, guys. I think I had my best turnout. I think we had going live. I think I had actually 24, 25 people, and I think I got over almost 40 now listening to it after the fact. So people must be getting to understand my warped sense of humor. So anyway, I'm not sponsored yet. So if anybody wants to sponsor me,
wait, you have a sense of humor?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Weird.
Things we learn.
I think it's a British sense of humor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So a lot of spam jokes then.
Yes. I have a link. D-O. What's... Hell, I don't know. You're losing me, Drew.
Dano.
Oh, Dano. Okay. Anyway. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to read the chat and talk at the same time. See, I'm trying to walk and chew gum at the same time. It's kind of difficult for me.
You kind of have to ignore them for a few seconds before you look at them. So, just friendly word of advice.
All right. First topic. Start with my panel. Did you buy anything good in the Black Friday sales? Nice try.
No. Well, there were some good deals. I hate to say this, but most of the deals were like awful. So there were some good deals, and then there were some not good deals. Honestly, they weren't good enough for me to jump on.
Okay. Did you get that one, Dano? Okay, I didn't see many good links in there myself. But then again, being on a fixed budget, my check don't come until the 1st. And you expect me to save money from November 1st until now? You know? Yeah. God damn it, cat, leave my camera alone. He's hitting my tripod. And so,
Wait, you have a cat?
I got 2 cats.
Uh-oh.
Those big Maine Coons are like dogs.
They are like dogs.
Yeah, I mean, he's rubbing against the tripod and it's moving the camera. Hey, Dano. Glad you could join me.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah. So, Tony, did you get any deals?
Nope. I'm the same boat you are, man. Fixed income, check don't come at a good time for it. And I ain't really looking for anything.
Well, you knock that camera over, I'm going to whip your ass, goddammit, cat. Hey. And he tipped it over on 2 legs. I just caught it. Damn.
I thought Rick was just practicing the toe tap for the airport.
Yeah, we were just talking about any good Black Friday deals. Did you get any?
Yes, I did. I purchased a AR pistol lower complete for $129. And yes, it was Palmetto State Armory before they all went out of stock.
I'm proud of you, Dano.
Yes. Yes. I'm glad you didn't do I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm glad you didn't buy it from Cheaper Than Dirt.
Oh no. Oh no.
I
that is seared into my memory. And the example of PMags going from just a hair under $10 to over 150.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's capitalism, baby.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's a part of civic duty about remembering who does you right and who does you wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
In other words, us gun guys hold a grudge for freaking ever.
Yep. I mean, it's really no different than if you're not for me economically, meaning you're going to take advantage of me during difficult times, then some of the companies that will say, yeah, let's go ahead and just start compromising and banning this, that, and the other, so that they'll give us a year's worth of peace. Any companies coming to mind? A couple in Illinois, maybe?
Springfield Armory and what was it, Rock River Arms? Go fuck themselves.
Actually, they weren't advocating any bans, just a couple of more thousand fucking hoops for the gun stores to jump through.
For the normal citizens, too, because they wanted to do the whole transfer thing, which would have screwed the normal people as well.
Normal people.
But, I mean, do you really think that what they did affected Springfield sales any?
I hope it did.
You know?
Yeah, it probably did, too, for a few weeks.
For a few weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Like anything else.
They're still selling their rifles at like ridiculous prices. So it didn't affect them as much as I hoped it would.
No, they ain't in bankruptcy court.
No.
I wasn't hoping for them to be bankrupt. I was hoping they'd have to liquidate some of their stuff, their stock, in order to make a buck.
Yeah.
Illinois resident, I was hoping they'd be bankrupt. But to be honest, this bill has been laying around here for years and years and years, and it gets tossed out every couple of years.
But it's got nothing to do with that. It's the fact that somebody who's taking our money is taking a polar opposite freedom position.
I know that.
Yeah, Clever Tech put in chat there on YouTube. Wasn't just that they canceled ammo orders, then jacked up the prices. That is not capitalism. That once an order is in, you cancel it to jack up the price. That is just ripping someone off.
Now that I assume is cheaper than dirt.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a slimy fucking thing to do.
My Magpul example is just an example of one of many things they did.
Yeah. I know. I haven't bought anything off them because I don't want to be, put through the the chat of shame on the radio here, But they do have some good prices on our app.
You see, whenever I've looked for something cheaper than dirt, I've not found any fucking bargains there whatsoever. But
it's competition.
What I'm looking for.
Competition is at the point where there are many other places that offer a similar or many times better deal than cheaper than dirt. You don't have to go to them as the default. I want the cheapest price. That's no longer true. I don't know if it's ever been true.
Whoever popped up that link on 44 Magnum ammo yesterday, that was the best price I've seen on regular 44 Magnum ammo anywhere.
Hey, you like move.
And I can't remember it. So whoever the hell it was, please share it again if it's still going on, because it was a good deal.
Is it not in your history?
It may be.
Yeah. As I said earlier, I didn't get anything because being on the fixed income, hey,
well,
me and money have always parted very fast. So expecting me to hold on to money from the first to the end of the month. Hell, I'm eating Roman noodles when it gets bad some months. You know what I'm saying?
My actual extra income this month went to Midway, so
yeah,
they beat everybody to it.
I'm debating to get myself a little part-time job, to be honest with you. A couple of days a week, maybe be a Walmart greeter. What do you think? Will they let me go? Will they let me carry? I carry in there all the time anyway. So, but it's concealed here in Rhode Island. So what they don't know, don't hurt them.
I'm sure that they have rules against carrying. Have you seen the caliber of people they have working at Walmarts?
Yeah, it would be kind of dangerous in some of those. Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't. I mean, I've never seen a sign on the door saying I can't. That it's a no gun zone. But I would imagine if you're working there, there must be somewhere in the small print.
Yeah.
I'll just think. I mean, because I can't stand for very long. So being a door greeter, I can sit. Because they have a couple of door greeters there now that have handicaps, and they sit. So I figured, well, hell, I can do that. When they come in with the little kids, the goddamn sticker. What are you crying for? I'll give you something to cry for. I think I'm pretty good at it.
I can see you're going to have a long door greeting career.
Long and prosperous.
So, did anybody out there get any good deals out there in chat land?
I don't know, but Ponery posted one this morning that Cabela's was offering up a High Point 380 for less than $80.
Oh, yeah.
Which is only twice what it's worth.
Hey, easy on the High Points. They're ugly, but they do work.
That's what I've heard. I heard they do work. They're big and heavy. I've never seen one, except a picture of it. I've never seen one in real life, but I heard they're big, heavy, but they do work. I mean, if that's all the income you have, then by all means buy one. If you want one for around the house, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. It's all right. I understand what people say. We'll save another 100 or so and buy a better gun. But sometimes, to me, saving $20 sometimes when you're on a fixed budget is almost impossible. So asking me to save 100 ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well, it's not going to happen if you don't have the self-control. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, the only difference is the rate at which you can accumulate. That is the difference. If you can save, and I'm going to give you a ridiculous example, and I acknowledge that. Excuse me. But if you can save a quarter a week, you will reach that number. The difference is when, not if. Now, if somebody lacks the self-control, so every time they get $20, they got to blow it on fast food or something else, then you're right. It's never going to happen.
You got a secret camera on me.
Of course. You're stating the obvious, Rick.
Yeah, I am self-control is pretty bad. I do well. I mean, sometimes I do. I developed this 48-hour thing. If I can go 48 hours and not need it, I won't buy it. But it's hard to get through that 48 hours sometimes. It really is.
Ohio 45 ACP is correct in my price. 86.88 is what he's saying. So below 90.
Man,
the thing is, if you're saving money waiting for this, what happens if you get robbed in the meantime?
Well, where have you been the rest of your life that suddenly now you have this impending hammering at your door that you've decided, okay, now it's become an emergency. But for the past 30, 40, 21, 60 years, it's not been a priority. So I didn't need to put a penny aside.
The odds of you getting robbed are the same today as they are in a month.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. Well, I understand what you're saying. For me, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying about that aspect. To me, it was just bad financial planning on my part. You know what I'm saying? But to me, today, I had an accident and became disabled, which screwed me up. Caught me. I mean, but if I had done things earlier in life, I might have been better off, more comfortable, with a retirement coming in and stuff like that. But all I have to live on now is Social Security. So so I understand buying the cheap High Point. I'll be honest with you, all the guns I bought in the last 2 years, it's because I got a humongous check from Social Security.
You got back paid
at the very beginning.
Yeah, you applied on one date, and then you got paid backward backwards to the date that you applied. I understand how that system works.
Yeah, so that's the money I use to buy my guns.
Yep.
Instead of saving it, I spend it. You know.
That's how I got all my 44s.
Yeah.
And that was and granted, I'm not referring to you specifically, Rick, but you know, when somebody comes upon unexpected money like that, that's an opportunity to say, you know, my life is worth more than just a high point.
Yes, I see what you're saying, but if I decided,
What I'm getting at is buy the goddamn high point, then save for something better.
exactly, that's what I was just.
That's what you got. Be able to defend yourself first.
Exactly.
As long as you understand that whatever you paid, you're going to be lucky to get half of that.
You've thrown it all away as far as I'm concerned, but still, it is a gun that works.
Yeah, well, yeah, but when you're throwing it away, you're also throwing away the money that's going to get you towards that gun that's more reliable.
Good luck finding one that's more reliable than a high point.
Okay.
They work.
Hey, John, good to see you. Yeah, spend. That should be my middle name, actually.
What?
You know.
Now, do you think that I recommend my daughter look at a high point? Absolutely not.
Double standard.
She can afford to look a little higher up the ladder.
Yeah.
I don't know, $86 for, you know, a nice paperweight, you know, that's worth it, right?
Find high points that don't work.
That's hard. The only pro side to high points is that they do work.
Yeah.
Everything else is they're ugly, heavy, and cheap.
But they're a gun.
I mean, I would be more than happy to eat crow if somebody can cite me, and I don't mean this instant, but can cite me an example of where they've been used in quantity in the real world by whether it be law enforcement, military, whatever, to show me that they can take, that they're durable in addition to reliable over time. I'm not talking about range guns. I'm talking about guns to defend your life where it may come in contact with dirt, sand, whatever,
just go
and still be able to operate.
Go look up any high point destruction test. Everybody tries to fucking kill them.
And they
okay,
can't.
how many is there? Let's say there's 10 videos.
Shooting it or something.
Let's say there's 10 videos that emulate what you're talking about, Tony. 10 videos is not statistically significant. It doesn't mean anything. It's too small of a sampling group. I'm saying if you want to...
Let's put it this way. I would much rather trust my life to a high point than a Sky CPX2.
Okay.
What's the price difference?
I don't know, but if you've ever talked to Travis P11,
oh yeah,
he's had problems with the Sky.
Yeah.
He finally got rid of it, didn't he?
And, But the thing is, he bought that gun new when they were coming out, and he didn't know about the problems they were having until after, you know, years after when everybody else was starting to experience problems with it.
Yeah.
So I would much rather have a high point over a Sky CPX2 in that instance.
You know, I mean, I'm only speaking for myself. It comes down to confidence. When I see something that's been out in many different real world environments in very large numbers, you know, and we're not talking tested back in the lab. We're talking about tested in real world life as actual people who use them for a living. The environments they come in contact with, and they work and they work and they work.
Does test it out in the backyard count?
Nobody's going to wear a high point for a living.
It's not a white room or a laboratory or anything. Would that count?
And that's why I go through, you know, even 20 videos going through all sorts of stuff. There's no comparison. Looking at the science aspect of the testing, trying to put some sort of look of objectivity. You can't compare a size, one that has a size group of millions and the other one that, okay, there's 20 videos, and say that they're comparable because somebody tested 20 where the other ones are out in the field in the millions.
So you would be happier if someone tested 100 of them instead of just 20, right? Because you're not convinced with the number, so it has to be a higher number, correct?
To be statistically significant, yes.
So what would that number be? 100? 1,000?
I'd have to break out my books and pull it back out. I mean, it depends on what the item is. I mean, typically, and this is going to be a variable number, but it's just over 1,000.
Okay, so 1,000. All right.
All right. Nobody is going to carry a high point for a living except a gangbanger. I mean, it just ain't going to happen because...
I don't know. I don't even think a gangbanger would...
Well, I'm not really talking so much about high points as I'm talking about if you're confidence in what you're carrying and has it been tested in real life conditions, but, you know, over and over and over.
No, because everybody tries to destroy the son of a bitch doesn't do anything to take care of it. They just try to fuck it up. And they don't.
Yeah, I don't understand that test on any, no matter what brand it is, to run it into the ground. You know, it just, because in real life, that isn't what happens.
Right. I'm more interested in the real world performance in law enforcement, the real world performance in the military, whether it be ours or somebody else's. I mean, because they're not intentionally running it over it. Yes, it's possible for it to get run over, but they're not intentionally running over it.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Anyway, this conversation can go on for hours, but we're going to move on.
Let's roll.
I got my, let's see, we're on a half hour almost. So we got my quick quiz. Answer in the chat for the patch of the gun here. So,
ooh, is that a Colt?
Yeah. What is it? Or is it
or is it a Remington?
Hell, I don't know. I mean, it's the best I can do for you.
It looks like an Army revolver.
It does to me too.
Like a single action Army.
Yeah.
It's a patch, not a sticker. So
patch.
Yes, it's a patch. I mean, like I got a couple of them sitting on my locker over here.
In fact, if you get shot with a high point, you just need to slap one of those on.
You'll be fine. Right. You'll be fine until you get to
where's my question? Right, get your fingers ready, guys, and keep an eye out on the chat on both of them for me. All right, this one's an easy one. Hang on, where is it? What part of the firearm holds the hammer in a cocked position until the trigger is pulled?
I'm assuming we're not supposed to answer.
No.
You're in the panel. It don't count.
Okay. I kind of figured.
What part of the firearm holds the hammer in a cocked position until the trigger is pulled?
Okay. Ohio 45 says the sear.
That's it. He's our winner. Just send me your, just email me your address and I'll get it in the mail to you. All right? Good going, Ohio. I told you, for the patch, it's an easy one. For the cards, it's a little bit tougher. Now, at the end of the show, we got another pack to give away. So, you have to wait to the last 5 minutes when I give you the answer for that. Or not the answer, the question. So, anyway, moving on. I haven't mentioned this to Tony at the beginning. I think it was Tony at the beginning. I've noticed in the last few months prepping videos. Hardly see any anymore. You know, people seem like it don't matter anymore. The zombie apocalypse ain't coming. You know, I just wondered why. Is it because Trump won?
Trump won.
Well, I have something kind of ironic. If you look in the past year between Houston and the hurricane that went down through Florida and the southern United States, you would think that if shit hits the fan has many different forms. And a hurricane, if you live in a hurricane area, is one of them. And you would think that regionally, at least, that there would be at least a resurgence in areas that have been hit in this past year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even well, what's his name? The guy that done a lot. Such.
Oh, Such.
He used to do a lot on his sensible prepper channel.
Well, now he got strikes, so
he got strikes on his Such channel. I believe.
Yeah, on his Such channel, and he started using his other one for a few. Until he went back.
Yeah.
But on his sensible prepper channel, for a long time there before the election, he was putting out about one a week, minimum. Now it hardly ever puts any out.
Well, it comes to time and money now. Is what because I was talking with Such about this, and while you know some guys review videos, review guns and whatnot, they do charge companies to do those reviews, so they get paid from that. And with the whole apocalypse thing, it's been, well, unfortunately for him, it's been making it so he can't hardly even make videos. So, because he was doing that as his job. So he's had to do other stuff. And when he got the channel, those strikes on his one channel, it literally takes all of your time and attention to try and convince YouTube to take those strikes off, which is what he was trying to do. So,
yeah.
So he just hasn't had a lot of time to do much else.
Yeah, yeah. It's a shame that he got struck like that, because I think he does some good stuff, in my opinion.
I agree.
You know.
And then when I met him, the first thing I asked him was, "How bad did it hurt to shoot that hood of your truck with that rifle?" And he's like, "Well, it didn't hurt too much. I did have insurance, and luckily the bullet didn't go through the engine."
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, still hurt a little bit, didn't it? And he's like,
now,
yeah.
I'm trying to remember that. Was that where he was testing out an optic or something, and just used his truck as a place to lean against?
Yeah, he was. I think he was either shooting one of his AKs or one of his ARs in 7.62 by 39, and he had a little too close to the hood, and he shot, and apparently the bullet bounced off of the hood. But he said the bad thing about when that happened is the range he was going to do that apparently revoked his privileges after they saw that video. And
that's nice.
They kicked him out. And I'm like, well, if you were paying for that range, you should have, filed some sort of complaint or lawsuit to get your money back, because, if they're going to kick you out, they got to refund you your money.
If you got the money, that's fine. But let's say that you pay $200 a year to join that range. How much is it going to cost you to get the time for a lawyer to just look at your case, and then the time for the lawyer to type up a letter and send that threatening letter to them, let alone actually threaten any legal action in court?
True, but he would have to go to small claims court. And I get that, but the issue is, you can litigate for anything as little.
That is true.
For anything up to like, I think as low as $20. $20, as low as $20. If it's over $20, you can litigate.
No, you're absolutely right. I forgot about small claims court.
Yeah. So he could have taken it to small claims court, got at least some of his money back, or he could have,
mark your calendar tonight, right? Dano said you were right.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make a
special note.
I'll make a clip later.
You need to title this show "Dano Tells Night Strike He Was Right" edition.
Yeah, I'm sitting back here sort of just lost for words.
No, I will cut that clip out and put it on my YouTube channel just for
Yeah, you need to make that your phone call or something.
Yeah, my new text message noise.
Yeah.
So, but but he said I did ask him about that, and he said it really, to him, it really wasn't about the money. It was about the fact that they did it without informing him whatsoever that annoyed him the most.
Oh, the range?
Yeah, about the range, yeah.
Did he have the accident at the range? Or ND, or whatever the fuck you want to call it?
Yeah, it happened at the range.
Well, it was not a negligent discharge.
It was just poor aiming.
He missed the target, and unless it went over the berm, I don't see any to the range any issues at all.
Would you want to stand next to somebody that shot their own fucking vehicle?
I mean, I can understand being problems. I can understand being barred if you shot somebody else's vehicle, you know, but he shot his own. Yeah, but anyway, but besides him, there's very few prepping videos going on now, so we're all safe.
I don't think we're safe. I think a lot of the prepping videos, a lot of the preppers I've seen have been having the same problems as we have on YouTube as gun guys.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of them have been having the strikes. They've been having the ad-apocalypse things happening to them.
Yeah,
some of them even had their channels removed from YouTube just because the fact that YouTube doesn't think their channel is, suitable for YouTube, like they did to Andalusia Armory at one time.
Now, I want you to record what I'm about to say. Once again, Night Strike is right. It's news and opinion places, which is exactly the category it falls into, opinion.
Well, and another darker side of it, maybe because now that they ain't making money to put these videos up, they ain't willing to do it.
Right.
But that's true in every category.
Yeah, I mean, also, you to do them too, to buy all this stuff to do it takes money.
Yeah.
And if you're not generating it through ads on your YouTube channel, but now, honestly, at one time when I first became disabled and I had that huge check, it wasn't huge, but it was, I paid off, I was basically in debt. So I used a lot of that to pay off a lot of my debts. And what was left over, I bought guns with. But before I done that, I was thinking of buying an RV and traveling the country. And but where I'm going with this is there's an RV channel. I still subscribe to it, and YouTube's done the same thing to them. Boom, getting no revenue whatsoever.
Yeah, because. What I think a lot of people who have never produced content may not understand that they will once I explain it is once you show all your stuff and once you demonstrate all the skills that you have, what's next? Without a penny. What are you going to show? You can't go to SHOT Show, that costs money. You can't go to NRA, that costs money. What are you going to do or what are you going to show that doesn't cost in one way or another money?
Yeah. What I have seen in this is my personal experience of the prepping channels I follow, some of them have actually gone over to VidMe. So, some of them are into guns as well, but they're primarily prepping channels. I've seen them bring their content over to VidMe, and they've been doing the same thing that some of us gun guys have been doing with VidMe. And it's nice to see that they're starting to get a little bit of resurgence on VidMe. So,
yeah,
right. But realistically, at this point, subject to change at any moment, VidMe is really an emergency parachute.
Oh, did you see that? I put a link in the chat the other day.
I didn't see it.
And not in the chat, on the
text.
The gun channels
front
text
page.
Chat.
Yeah, and it's in the information thing there. It's called Viral Head or Viral Herd. It's another.
I couldn't figure out what it was.
It's another.
I did some searching on that, and there's one problem with it.
What?
They don't host videos. They only link to videos already on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you're having problems with YouTube, Viral Herd is literally useless because they're not hosting videos.
Yeah. They embed them like we embed videos over on gun channels.
Yep.
Okay. I said I only heard about it. I didn't. Their thing about I read their thing about being constitutional and all this kind of stuff. That's what made me. I haven't really researched it. I did open what's called it, a channel over there, just to be on the, just to have one. Yeah. Anyway, what's my next topic? Since we covered that one, unless you guys got any more questions on prepping. No. Okay, next is, well, you guys out west or down south, you really don't have this problem too much. But us guys up here in the northern hemisphere,
California,
is shooting, like going down the range and shooting and stuff in cold weather.
Still gets cold down here.
Yeah.
Not below zero, but it gets cold.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I do have indoor ranges I can go to, but they're not cheap. They're around in Rhode Island here. The average price is $25 an hour,
and I'm sure they limit what caliber you can and can't use.
Yes. And where like my outdoor range I go to, it's $250 all year round, and I can shoot anything I want. Oh, but they are open all year round. They actually have a guy, one of the members. He actually gets the old snowplow because they even have their own truck with a snowplow on it.
Financially, it's not a fair comparison.
No?
It's not a fair comparison financially between an outdoor range and an indoor range. Outdoor range does not have environmental standards they have to meet. Outdoor range does not have to use a man-made backstop that they have to maintain and a trap that they have to clean out. I mean, there's all sorts of expenses that an outdoor range does not have, which makes it inherently less expensive than an indoor range, which is very expensive.
True. But it comes back to, I mean, like already, I mean, this is my I joined this club in June, and I've already made, I don't know, the amount of, I've done more shooting this year than I could have afforded to do at $25 an hour. So it pays for me to go here.
Oh, certainly. I belong to an outdoor range for the exact same reason.
We've got them down here, but I don't know if you've got any up there. But are there any like state or natural resource outdoor ranges that are free to the public?
Yeah, we got one in the state of Rhode Island.
Okay.
It varies state by state. There are some states that have a lot of them, and there are some states like, obviously, Rick's and Illinois.
You've only got one.
My local has a indoor and outdoor range both, so I'm set there. The only DNR thing we got here is a trap range.
That's a good deal there. 2 live moo, $75 a year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
There's one not far from Ellis that's a Department of Natural Resources one, where it's public. It's it's free. You can use it whenever you want. All they ask is just after you're done, you just pick up after yourself. And granted, if it's you or me or anybody else on gun channels, even Ellis, of course we pick up after ourselves. So,
yeah, you'll be surprised. Even at this gun club I belong to, right? They ask you to do that too. But the amount of shell casings I see laying around, it's unreal. I mean, I even pick up my 22s that I spit out.
Rick, you should offer to just clean up for them so you could take some of those shells.
Well, I do.
Reload.
Well, I mean, I do. If there's any 45s or 9, I'm not loading 9mm yet, but I pick them all up.
Yeah. I mean, I save all my 9mm.
I don't even ask them. I go ahead and do it. Because normally when I go shooting, there's only me there. So when I finish, I pick up all mine. Well, I got one of them like nut collector things. It's a basket that rolls.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I mean, I mean, they're not perfect. They have their downfalls, but it saves my back with me because I got the cane in one hand and I'm using that with the other, and every now and then one will jam in there, so I have to hit it with the cane to get it to pop in and keep rolling. But that's what I use. So I can pick up 22s up to 45s in that thing. But I pick them all up.
Even though I don't reload, I save all the actual brass that I shoot, just because the factor in someday either I may want to decide, I will decide to reload, or somebody might need brass and don't have brass.
Yeah, and there's a couple of gun shops up here that actually will buy used brass off you. You know, if you like you got there,
yeah,
you picked it up, they'll buy it off you. You know.
Remember, most of my shooting is done in my backyard, but that doesn't mean I just leave it there. Granted, if it's steel case or aluminum case ammo, I'm not picking it up. I'm just going to let the earth take it.
Well, it's also your backyard, not someone else's. So
yeah, the problem is
to maintain your property value.
But when I go to some other place, I always pick up after myself because I'm not going to be that one asshole.
Yeah, what annoys the hell out of me is, as you said, steel or aluminum. Problem is, my machine, my roller picks them all up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So you're gonna have to sort them. But well, I've heard people say, well, don't try and reload aluminum because aluminum breaks and whatnot. But most aluminum I've been shooting 45 in the aluminum, and a lot of the casings that I get look like if I just reform them, I might be able to go and reload them.
Oh yeah, I mean the ones I pick out, they look just as good as the brass ones do. No crack and nothing. You know.
So I might get like a hand loader kit like Dano got, and try and see if I could do something with some of the nicer looking cases I got of aluminum 45.
Yeah, but I mean, like the steel ones, the only problem with reloading those is I found out it tears your dies up.
Yeah, I'm not going to do steel because I shoot 45 steel as well, and I'm not going to mess with that. You can reload steel, but it tears up your dies. At that point, as expensive as dies are, you really don't want to do it.
Oh, no. No.
Where aluminum cases will give you problems is when you start crimping them.
Right. I can see that.
Yeah, Two Live Move was saying the range was crazy yesterday. Brass and ammo boxes everywhere. I cleaned up longer than I was shooting. Yeah, I've done that too at my range. I spent more time cleaning up the mess, you know, than I was spent shooting.
I'll guarantee you I clean up after myself because I buy all my friggin' cases. I almost never take store-bought ammo to the friggin' range because I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Except I'm shooting rimfire.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. I mean, I reload all mine now. I do have about 2,000 rounds of 45s brass that I got sitting back here in these boxes. I don't know if you can see them behind me. You know, that's for my emergency when I was in my prepping days.
I got 1,300 and change loaded.
Yeah, well, I got about 500 loaded right now.
In 44.
You know, I got to load some more 45s. I had a couple. I had three that when the striker hit them, but the bullet didn't go off.
Sometimes you get a primer that's a little hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna pull them and reload them.
How did the primers look?
The what?
How did the primers look that didn't go off? That didn't go off.
The primers look okay to me.
Every once in a while, you'll find one that's
taking them apart.
No, I mean, does it look like they've been impacted enough?
Oh yeah, it does to me.
Every once in a while, you'll find one that's just a little harder.
Yeah.
Shit like that happens.
Yeah. And even if I hadn't put any powder in the thing, it would have been enough. It would have gone bang. Even though there was no powder in the cartridge. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely the primer.
Yeah, it would have pushed the bullet out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it would have been stuck in the barrel. You would have had a squib load on your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been down that trail a couple times.
Yeah, I have too. First time I done it was scary, I tell you.
Have you ever overcharged your cartridges?
Have I overcharged mine?
Yeah.
I did a couple when I first started doing it. It didn't damage my gun, thank God, but my God, it kicked, for lack of a better word, so hard and loud. I thought, oh my God, what the hell have I done? Scared the hell out of me. You know? But no,
I'm famous for overcharging here.
Yeah.
No, you damaged your 44, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But didn't they also say it was supposed to be able to, that 44 was supposed to be able to take that?
Yeah, the tech at Ruger said, or the person I talked to said that it should have taken the 30% overcharge.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a double charge, that's a 50% overcharge.
It ain't a double charge.
Or 100% overcharge.
I was loading 5-grain cowboy action loads, and I just dropped 10 extra grains in there, which made it somewhere around 14.5 actually. And the max charge for it's 11 something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, even though I said I have this thing set up to drop off the, it says the max for a 45 that I do. I use bullseye powder. It says it should be 5.8, I think. And I put in 5.3. And I got to say that way. I mean, out of every 50 cartridges, I would say out of the 55 of them, I've checked the weight of the powder to make sure I'm in the ballpark still. That's one thing you don't want to overcharge it, because you can get in the serious. I mean, I'm not worried about. Yes, I would be upset if I damaged my gun. I'm more worried about hurting myself, with one going off. So, let's see where we're at here. Anything in the chat's going on? No, anything else? I'm trying to think. I do have. Let's see if I got that. Got that. Oh, 3:53. Almost time for the card question. Are you ready? I'll give you the card question. I need emails, answers. And it's at rickslifeasiseeit @gmail.com. All one word. And the question is, now you write this is a write-in. Even though you have it and you're dying to type it in, don't, please. Because then everybody will be writing in with the correct answer. All right, you ready? All right. Which two pistols replaced the Lee Enfield No. 2 Mark I revolver and the Webley Mark IV revolver as the British service pistol? No, I'll read that again. Which two pistols replaced the Lee Enfield No. 2 Mark I revolver and the Webley Mark IV revolver as the British service pistol? I'll give you a little interesting information here. At the start of World War II, the Lee Enfield No. 2 Mark I was the official service revolver. But with a large influx of new recruits, the government was soon in short supply. As a solution, the Webley Mark IV revolver was handed to those without pistols and soon became a second official service revolver. There you go. I didn't know that. But what I want to know now is what is the two new ones, because they do have two. So there it is. Email it to me at rickslifeasiseeit @gmail.com. And it will be the Old West playing cards in a sealed up box. So that is the prize for that. So there you go. Oh, and the I think was it Michael that won it? I'll put those in the mail in the next couple of days. And actually, I'll do yours at the same time. I forgot to do yours, and that's right. So I'll do yours at the same time. So, okay. There we go. That was a good question, huh, G-Webs? Oh. I thought it was a good question, too. But I thought you gun guys would have it. So anyway, any more topics? Anybody got anything to talk about?
Not really.
No, not really. Well, then my hour is about up. So that's what I aim for. I aim for an hour. If we got a good conversation going, I can let it start to, yeah, that's what you. Yeah, it's not too difficult to look up. That's what give you guys something to do. Look it up. The shame that we have Google. You can just type it in there and get the answer, but it's a shame you have to go to the library and research it. You know what I'm saying? But those days are over. That's modern things today. But there you go. But another thing too, see, it gets you coming back next week to see if you won. That's what I like about it. See, all up here. See, I'm thinking. But when I run out of freebies of cards to give away, I got to figure out what I'm going to do then. I mean, because I'm getting to like this idea of giving. Maybe I'll just do the quick quiz, and do the good stuff every now and then when I got some,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you need to get more patches, you can always order them from gearwebsites.com.
True.
As well as contact some of the people going to the next show, because there's always patches that are being handed out by the fistful, or at least handed out, generally speaking, that they may be willing to part with.
Yeah, and I noticed this year, so anybody who's going to SHOT Show, grab me some patches, please. I was going to try to go, but I don't have they tightened up the rules this year.
I thought it was the fixed income.
Well, fixed income too, but I would have
Mr. High Point.
But as Dano said, if you need it, you can come up with it. You know what I'm saying? No, actually, what I would have done, not thinking I would have gone ahead and done it and then worried about it afterwards. That's just the way I've been doing it for 60 years. I ain't going to change now, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? I just have to learn to live with it.
G-Web's saying you could get in. G-Web's, if you know how Rick can get in, email Rick or message him on Gun Channels and let him know and tell him how he can get in. So.
Well, I was reading the rules, and honestly, this year they toughened up on them. They even said so in the rules that they, the rules have changed on what you need to get in the SHOT Show.
Well, what are the rules now?
Well, I can't remember. But I just typed in Google SHOT Show 2000 and whatever. It'll be 18, won't it? Because it's in January. And it says the rules are changed for this year, this next show. Anyway, if anybody's going, pick me up some, please. I will even pay for the shipping. So there you go. Okay, that's it. I want to say thank you for all those who joined me out there in chat land. I really appreciate it. You make me make me keep coming back. Because there's days I sit here and think, some days I sit here and think, do I keep doing this? Nobody loves me type thing. But I get quite encouraged when I see people still listening to it after the fact. So anyway, so I want to say thank you to all you for listening. And on that question, send me your emails, and I'll use that, and I'll put it in the machine, that program I got, and we'll come up with a winner. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much, and see you next week.